It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you. And of course, in case you're here to subscribe to this channel, you're missing a lot, like a whole lot. So I want to quickly admonish you to, subscribe to this channel, share this channel with a lot of friends, and of course, turn on the notification bell so that when we drop a new video, you'll be the first person to see it. So I want to appreciate everybody who has been following this channel, and I just want to quickly, share a testimony that I got from somebody that I didn't even know, but the person has been following this video, and the person called me and said, Mr. Dejari, do you know I've bought a lot of properties, and some of the things you said, I have not even observed that. So one of the things I told the man that is that, please don't worry, just do it. Even if the search you're about to do doesn't come good, of course, there are still ways to which we can get some amendments. So today we are going to continue on the series why developers sell committed land, and today our emphasis will be another thing we discovered, and our emphasis will be on government allocation. How true is it? A lot of people have been asking a lot of questions, and I also want to reiterate again. Now, not all developers sell committed lands, and not everybody are into fraud, but we have some companies, springing up in this industry, doing a lot of manipulation just to get money off your pocket. So the purpose of this video is obviously to give you the possibility of what should be done, because these things happen. The truth of the matter is it happened. I ever since I started this video, of course, these videos have kept some people on their toes, and I can tell you that some people have started making amends. Recently, I met a developer which I have known very well, and the person have started, tied to perfection on some of his estates. So you see that this video, this channel is obviously achieving its aim in not just to intimidate. We are not intimidating anybody, but we are just calling people into order to do the right thing. Despite the fact that they've been paid, they need to do the right thing. So today we're going to be talking about government. There was something we discovered recently, and it's so shocking. And what we discovered recently was alarming, and I still can't believe that some people are so callous to go ahead and doing this. Now, I met a client a few weeks ago, and he told me he bought a land that has a title government allocation in Ekpe. And I was like, wow. What was the price of the property? I think she said she bought it for, the property was less than $1 million, because I don't want to be exact. I don't want it to see that as if we're painting other companies, but no, the property was less than $1 million. Now, last year, I was speaking with the developer, and I was also speaking with my surveyor. And one of the things my surveyor told me basically is that there are some developers that are approaching Lagos State government for approval. Now, I've said it that it is not all places that government gives approval, because there are still some places that government has reserved for resettlement in Ekpe. There are still some places that government has reserved for resettlement even at Ibeju Lekki. Recently, we found out that there are some places that have been reserved for resettlement. Now, there are some places in Shongotedo that is acquisition, whether you like it or not, they are acquisition. There are some places in Aja that they are acquisition. So government, when they have the time to take over those places, they will take those places and they will resettle those landowners in those places they have retaken in Ekpe and Ibeju Lekki. So there are some places marked out in Ekpe for resettlement, and there's also other places marked out for resettlement and Ibeju Lekki. That is why we're always saying that you need to be careful whenever you're making it. One of the things I've done over time is I've made, the possibility for you to know that it is possible for you to buy real estate and buy it right. It is possible for you to start the process of acquisition and still get it correctly. So let's quickly go to the topic, resettlement. What government is doing basically right now is that some companies are approaching government for property. And this is the secret. Governments presently are not allocating lands at the moment. The ones they are allocating presently are the ones that people have filed application since, not just recently. So what some developers are doing basically is that they are approaching governments in some places in Ekpe, in some places in Ibeju Lekki. Remember, I told you that the process of title perfection is ongoing, but note that government is not signing excision, government is not signing gazette again. In fact, they dissolved the excision committee 2 years ago. So that's why sometimes you'll find out that some of the excision you see are excision signed 1999, 2000. Of course, I think the most recent is 2008. Now, what some developers are doing presently is that some of them are approaching government and they pay 500,000 naira for 15 acres of land. So what the 500,000 does basically is that when they pay 500,000 naira for 15 acres of land, what government do is that government lease that land. Government lease. They did not sell. They did not give. They lease the land for them for a period of 15 years. That means that after 15 years, government is likely to take over that property. So that for a period of 15 years, after the 15 years have expired, government may decide to take the land and sell it. So such title, there are some properties. A client called me from abroad and he told me that he bought a property with government allocation at Ekpe. Please, let me state this. Not all lands that have government allocation has this issue. I really need to make this thing clear. The purpose of this is not to witch hunt anybody, but the purpose of this is to expose us to the fact that things are happening in the industry in Nigeria. You just have to know. Now, when the man called me, I drove on Saturday with the surveyor, and the report just came in today, Monday morning. And what we discovered was that some developers approach government, they pay 500,000 naira for 15 acres of land, and government lease them that land for 15 years. That means after the expiration of the 15 years, government will take back the land. Now, the malpractice here is that what the developers are doing is they acquire as many hectares as possible and they're selling to you. They're selling, they're advertising it and people are buying. Now, people who are buying this property, they don't know that they are buying a property that government lease, not sell. That means that at the expiration of the 15 years, government will take back that land. So this is another system in which some developers are selling committed lands. They know that many people have woken up to the fact that you can chat, you can do it. So what they do is that, so whenever you see a property with government allocation, more importantly, if it's in that Ekpe and some interior part of Ibeju Lekki, you need to confirm if that allocation will lead to C of O. If the allocation will not lead to C of O, if it's just allocation, you need to confirm if that property you're about to buy does not fall under the category of lease. There are a lot of properties presently selling at Ekpe, selling at Ibeju Lekki, that the developer only approached them for lease. The lease was granted for a period of 15 years and they're selling to people. Another thing that I also want you to discover basically is that when you're buying a property, you need to do what we call, I did a series on integrity checklists. Some of the things you need to work out. In case you have not seen it, you can go back to this channel, check all those videos, then you will understand some of these things. Another thing you need to confirm basically is the ability of the person selling. Recently, we also discovered that some developers in Lagos, Nigeria entered a lot of trouble with government. And before the thing could come out, like the news breaking out that this developer has a lot of issues, I know of 4 different real estate developers that have sold properties to people and they have left the country. Now, what is now the fate of people that have, you see, when we're talking about integrity, when we're talking about consistency, we're not saying this because we want to witch hunt people. We're saying this because of the fact that we don't want you people to make, we know how hard it is for people to gather money to buy properties. But sometimes we have some people in Nigeria who have no conscience. We have some people in Nigeria that their priority is to make money at every other cost. Imagine people selling land, the government lease them for 15 years to people. Imagine people selling lands to some people and they're running out of the country because they fell into a lot of trouble. All these things I'm saying are something you can verify. I know 4 developers that are no longer in the country, and these guys have sold property. Have they been able to rectify the issues they have? Perhaps not, perhaps yes. But the faith now remains on those who have bought property out of trust. That was why I said that when you want to buy a property, the integrity of the realtor, the exposure of the realtor, the consistency of the realtor will help you enable you to ensure that you are not making a mistake. That's why I've always saying it has gone beyond you seeing an ad online and contacting the realtor. You have to do your check. You have to do your visibility study so that you can know. So on this episode of why some developers have committed land, these are some of the things I want us to understand. And of course, this is series 2. So of course, we'll be doing the series 3, giving you another discovery that was also, of course, because of our time, we can't afford to have, we can't mop everything. We don't want the video to be very, very lengthy. So the shorter it is, the better. So I remain Adejare, your professional and experienced realtor. So you can contact us for your properties in Lagos. We can, of course, like I said, we do verification. We do a lot of money on search. We also assist people through some of our surveys. Okay, I also need to show you this. I am not a surveyor, but we have surveyors that can help you rectify, and of course, I can help you buy anywhere in Nigeria. More especially if it is Lagos, you need to search. So, of course, I'll be doing another series. Can I invest in Ibadan? Can I invest at Ogun State? Can I invest in Mowi? Of course, that will be a series, not now, of course, in our subsequent series. So I remain Adijari. Thank you very much for following our channel and have a nice day. Bye.